Right, so welcome to week 3 of our course. You made it, week 3rd. It's almost the end. I don't know how that happened, it goes really fast. So, as my artist residency, the time here is incredible and it's extremely valuable for me for developing my art. A lot of things have happened over the last 2.5 weeks of the residency here. I'm in a pretty good mode, working mode. A new series is developing, so it's a really great spot to be in. And I want to keep that momentum and work hard this week and the next week. I think it's about 1.5 weeks and I will be done with the residency here. So this is one of my morning walks or runs. This time it's walk again. And so I wanted to give you a couple of hints and also inspire you a little bit for this coming week. So everything, all the content is now available for you for your review. It's been also available since the weekend and I sent you an announcement about this. All the grades are in as well, so if you haven't checked, please check them all and see what's your total grade so far for this class is. If you have any questions, let me know. Talk to me. It's probably best to send first an email and best to VSU email account because on Blaze View accounts, these are, I told you already, these are both kind of separate and they are not connected, so sometimes it's hard for me to see very quickly that you, or right away that you emailed me on Blazeview, so please remember about this. So this week, of course, you already know the structure. It's very similar, and there are some little differences in terms of content especially. So start reading now, of course. There is one reading, it's not very long, it's really different. It's a lecture on color about Emmy Silman, and she really makes you start thinking about color in completely different ways than so far. Yes, so it's content that goes beyond just the basics of knowing about color, and it's actually pretty fascinating how she talks about color, and it's fun also. So this is a reading by her, but also there's a lecture by her at the Whitney Museum of Art. The lecture is very important as well. It's not exactly the same thing as what she wrote, so don't fool yourself that if you read or vice versa, if you only watch the lecture, that will be enough, because both things are actually slightly different. Well, especially lecture has a lot more content and more interesting, and there are lots of images that illustrate what she means. Really great images that she put together in her lecture. Also, she mentions an array of excellent contemporary artists who deal with color and in a very fascinating way. Social, cultural, economical, different approaches to color are being demonstrated through their art, and that's probably the most exciting to me whenever I watch this lecture back again. I think I'm going to revisit this today just because there are a couple of really good artists and some good inspiration for my works right now, because I'm working so much with color recently, and I think maybe this place, the garden, the colors in the garden inspired me so much, and there's a incredible amount of color, and that color is pretty strong. So I'm with you guys exploring color. Also start working on design assignments as soon as possible today. They are a lot more complicated or complex, or they require a little bit more thinking about color and maybe manipulating with color and on a little bit higher level. So you should start earlier, and you should start thinking about working with color and color cards in a little bit more I don't want to say thoughtful way, but just test a lot of ideas, a lot of compositions before you decide on the one, before even presenting this in the critique. So there are three basically large assignments, well, two, but one of them, photo translation, has two parts. They're pretty big. A lot of cutting, a lot of very fine cutting as well will happen this week, much more complex than last week. And I think your dexterity with cutting is building upon and has built and developed since last week. So you should be fine. Of course, it's all, again, more challenging, but you should be fine. You all are doing really excellent job, and I'm really happy with this class and with you, how you work, how diligent you all are. So thank you so much for making this happen. So work hard, and well, this is last week, and then we have an exam next Tuesday. That's it. Thank you so much. Let me know if you need anything, and have a great, productive week, of course, everyone. Bye.